Thank you, Noel, Peter, and Jim, for inviting Eileen and I to share some information about our Carna Facebook group. I know Eileen is likely there with you in person, but it was a really bit of a jaunt for me to try to get there from Seattle. When Eileen and I were thinking about this presentation, this quote seemed to resonate quite well. Every Facebook group has slightly different twists and focus areas, but we think this one quote becomes more real and solid every day as we continue to make shared family connections and rebuild the trees of our ancestors. There is a shared laughter as members realize they are distant cousins to each other, and the science of DNA has certainly added a fun extra twist to our connectedness. Family. Like branches on a tree, we all grow in different directions, yet our roots remain as one. Eileen created our Facebook group in October 2019, just slightly in advance of my planned trip home. I might claim U.S. citizenship as my primary, but I also actually carry dual citizenship with Ireland due to my mother, who was born in Clare. As a child, Clare was always the central travel location, but in my adulthood, that switched to Galway, where my paternal grandmother is from. It's really because of Mary Bridget Geary that I have such a love of the West Galway area. Eileen created the page and asked me to co-admin it with her. We make connections and maintain connections with those that have an interest in the area, promote the area and highlight efforts being made to develop it in a positively environmentally sound way, and assist people who may be researching new family connections to the area. DNA testing is not required, but many connect via DNA tests from various testing companies. And we have grown to almost 1,400 members in the years between 2019 and today. The chart on the left just shows our rapid upward spiral in 2021 alone. Members are from locations all over the world. It shouldn't surprise any of us that to do genealogy, that although we create Facebook pages and groups to focus on certain areas, the nature of genealogy and family connections means our research is much broader. Many of us in the Carna group have family that moved from northeast of Clifton back down to the Carna area, and sometimes vice versa. So while our focus is Carna, you will often see posts that are more far-reaching. And the chart sort of shows some concentric circles that define our primary area, and then as it expands outwards to Roundstone and beyond, and then beyond that to Clifton and the outer rings of that area. You might be wondering what the typical surnames are for our locations. This is not an exhaustive list by any means. In fact, almost daily I discover a new name and my immediate reaction is, that doesn't seem like a West Galway name, only to find that it is and I just have not explored it yet. Top names are Connolly with its various spellings and pronunciations, Folan, often found as Foley in immigration records, Ridge, and so many others listed here. One of the very best things that we love to see happen in our group is members sharing family tree details and even better photos. Sometimes the photos are unknown, as in the woman on the right. This post alone generated more than 130 comments of folks sharing theories or suggestions. It was finally determined that she is Kate Connolly Barrett, daughter of Patrick Connolly and Barbara Mulcairn. The photo on the left identified Patrick Stephen Burke of Rushnamanya as the young boy on the wall. He is the son of Stephen Burke and Margaret Walsh. It was taken in 1939 at the Connemara Pony Show in Carna. Again, lots of commentary and sharing. We still haven't named everyone, so if they look familiar, let us know who they are. We also have had the great fortune of hosting 2 DNA cousin gatherings. The first was in 2015, prior to the creation of our Facebook group. We repeated the event in 2019, just a few months before the world shut down for COVID. I suspect we'll be doing a 2022 version once I decide my booking date to come home. Watch the Carna page for more information as it becomes available. These are the photos from 2015, and here's a sampling of the photos from 2019. One other unique component of our Carna Facebook page is its sister website. For years, as I gathered and documented family connections, I dreamed of a website where we could share information. It finally became real in 2019. Someday, I will have to actually figure out a way to calculate the full depth and breadth of coverage. I suspect it's in the realm of 15 to 20,000 people, but only the deceased actually make it to the website. It's carefully controlled and manual process from my primary database, Registration is free, but an account and logon is required. It's a simple process, usually approved within a day of receipt. The site is refreshed with data on a regular basis, either with new families added or perhaps additional source information supplied. It's my love story to my paternal grandmother, and I hope she watches with approval. My only regret was not asking her more questions. So if you have living elderly members of your family, ask them their stories and write them down. Details are often lost within 2 generations, so save those stories now. We would also be remiss if we did not mention our Carna Immigrant Center. I won't embarrass myself, Rylene, by actually trying to say the name in Irish. While our Facebook page and the center are independent, we do try to keep the public updated with various center engagements, as Eileen works there and I'm one of the center's ambassadors. In fact, several of our Facebook family are also ambassadors, each of us supporting in our own unique way. The center opened in 2018, and is now a thriving part of the community. Finally, in closing, we would like to again thank Noel, Peter, and Jim for inviting us. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about our Facebook page, and please join us if you would like. Thanks so much.